Good evening.
January 1st, 2024, New Year's Day. I don't remember what I was doing. Canada's Postal Service was on strike for like a month, so I didn't place orders for anything. Hellboy atop this pile of I guess dead crusaders, or I don't know, just a bunch of skeletons with voila. Now, as I mentioned, I didn't buy too many books this year. I didn't, and didn't read as much as I'd like. I guess things I did read that I liked were Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. That was fantastic. Jeff Lemire's Phantom Road I really liked. Traveling to Mars, that's another recommendation. Ice Cream Man, of course, always. Probably my favorite ongoing. I'm pretty behind on that. And then there's one other book here which I'll mention. But yeah, these were things that were just sitting in my pull box that I think for the most part were like cover buys. But this is Batman Full Moon. That's the Francavilla cover, right? Yeah. Awesome cover. I haven't read this yet. Of course, one of the most talked about books of the year, of course, Absolute Batman. And I ended up going with one of these foil logo covers. Now, DC did a bunch of these for other books in the past year or two. I didn't pick up any of those. I grabbed this one just because I had ordered this when I first saw it because, yeah, the logo was just so wild to me. Like, just such a... Can't really get a good shot of it, but you know what that logo looks like. It was just so different. I mean, certainly, I wasn't sure what I thought of it. I still don't know what I think of it. It's interesting, for sure. And I have been reading Absolute Batman, and I like it. It's pretty good. It's not my favorite thing I read this year, but yeah, it's an interesting take on Batman for sure. And if nothing else, that yeah, that logo. It's one of these things I can't tell if I like it or don't like it. Kind of a bit of both. Yeah, so there's that. And then here, this is one okay, so full disclosure, I have not really read Precious Metal this year, but I would still recommend it just based on the artwork alone. Of course, the gorgeous artwork by Ian Bertram. Now, this is a prequel to Little Bird, which I have read, and I loved Little Bird. So I already knew I was gonna like this. This is issue 4, yeah, and I think I pretty much just read issue 1 so far, and I guess I've just kind of been waiting to just kind of read it all in one shot, which I prefer to do anyways. So, but yeah, Precious Metal, of course. Ian Bertram, absolutely one of my favorite artists this year. And yeah, another cover pickup there. Daredevil, was it Delato, I believe. This is Daredevil 13. And yeah, gorgeous cover. Poison Ivy 25 with a cover by one of the greats, Brian Bolland. And I found a couple of local indie books here in the back issue bins. Yeah, this is from 2010 from Big Sexy Comics. This is Teuton issue 1. I haven't got into this yet. I cracked it open, flipped through it, but I picked this up because first of all, I love that cover. That's great, and because I recognized the name Adam Gorham, who's a local creator, and yeah, I saw that. I was like, I'm pretty sure I know this guy. Yeah, I follow him on Instagram already. So I saw Adam Gorham there. I was like, oh wow, that's this looks like something I did a long time ago. And yeah, it's from 2010. So I picked that up. And then another one here, James Edward Clark's Evil, and this is a signed copy, issue 2. And he actually just wrapped up last month a Kickstarter for his latest Evil project, and I guess I don't remember if it was like a collected edition or it was like a new story. I'm not too sure. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to back that, but I'm sure I'll be able to get it at some point, maybe at a local con or something. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, I really like this guy's artwork, really dig it. So yeah, pick that up. And then, of course, big fan of John Tyler Christopher, and you guys remember when this came out, right? This is the reprint of his infamous Banana Wolverine, which was a C2E2 exclusive several years ago. Of course, I do own one of the originals in a slabbed in a 9/8. One of my favorite books in my collection, but I decided to pick up this anyway, and I don't have it to compare, but this is actually not an exact there's like something different about this cover, slightly different, but yeah, that's still cool. And then another John Tyler Christopher here. I don't know what book this is, but that's awesome Iron Man cover. I picked up this Surviving on Mars, Brandon Graham. Haven't read this yet, but and I just really kind of discovered Brandon Graham's work recently, and then the owner of my LCS, West End Comics, when I bought this there, he's like, "Oh, dude, you got to check out his the Prophet series that he did." Which I have not read, so I'm gonna be reading this, and then I'm gonna check out Prophet as well. And then this gets, I actually cracked this open the other day, just actually started reading it. But this is Faceless and the Family by incredible artist Matt Lesniewski. And guys, if you're not familiar with him, definitely check him out. His artwork's amazing. I'm not gonna show too much, but he does he's definitely one of my favorite artists that I've discovered over the past year, and he's got a channel here on YouTube as well. You can see him drawing, and I think he does most of this stuff just with microns, but incredible technique for hatching that he's got. It's really gorgeous, really trippy stuff, and yeah, in terms of this, like I literally just started reading this, so story-wise, it's pretty interesting so far. So that's Faceless and the Family. And then here was a cool find. I came across these two Big Numbers. This is Alan Moore and Bill Sienkiewicz. This was issue 1 and 2 of Big Numbers, and so this was a project they worked on together that they had 12 issues planned, but only ended up making these two. And I'm not sure exactly what happened there, why they didn't complete it. But yeah, it's Alan Moore, two of the goats, two of the best to ever do it. Alan Moore, Bill Sienkiewicz, and yeah, I haven't read these yet, but you know, once I saw them, I wasn't gonna leave them there. And a couple weeks ago, Raid Studio here in Toronto, which is an artist and cartoonist studio here in Toronto, run by Ramon Perez. They put on the Comic Comps Con, which was a small show with local creators, basically kind of selling off, you know, comps that they've kind of acquired over the years. And so you had creators like Chip Zdarsky, who actually founded Raid Studio. I had Jason Lowe, Jim Zub, Mike Del Mundo, as well as some others. And yeah, so I just got in at the tail end of that show, but saw Chippy Z there, and here's one of his there was his holiday newsletter, which you can get in some shops if you're lucky. Maybe your LCS has been getting these Chip Zdarsky newsletters that he's been doing. Yeah, so there's a fun, there's a Chips crossword. Haven't done the, I don't know, this might be too difficult for me, actually. Yeah, I don't know. Have to see. Well, there's my, there goes my Sunday. All right. Anyway, so I did pick up just a few books there. I came in towards the end, so I think, you know, some people had already left, but I did get some stuff from Chip, which I'll show off. What have we got in here? All right. Sticker people. All right, so let's see what we got. We got a Stillwater issue 1 by both of them, Chip Zdarsky and Ramon Perez, of course, worked on Stillwater. Great series. And this is a variant. When I asked Chip about who did these variant covers, he had no idea whatsoever. Completely clueless. I meant to look into it before recording, but too late now. So you know, feel free to look these up later. Maybe I'll put the names up on the screen. Sure, why not? We can do that in editing. We can do that in post. So there's Stillwater #1 variant, signed by Chip. Howard the Duck, issue 3. It's a great Howard cover there. Another variant cover there. Spirit of Vengeance 1. This is one of Chip's How to Draw Ghost Rider in 6 Easy Steps by, you can read that, Chip Alive Bus Rider Zdarsky. Okay. Signed by Chip. And then this is Daredevil issue 4. And that is a JRJR variant. And I really love this. Of course, Romita Jr. did. I do believe his best work was on Daredevil. Oh, right, yeah, this is cool. So this is Batman 153. That is a Walt Simonson variant. Batman just lounging on a throne, it looks like. That's a great cover. Another copy of Batman 153, but this is the Kelly Jones variant. Fantastic. And this, I don't even know what this is, but check out that cover. Of course I had to get that. Let's take a look. What is that? I know it's a Chip Zdarsky book. Ah, yes. Okay. Silver Coin issue 1. Great series. Yeah. So Chip's got a story in this, issue 1. And that cover is by Jart Dawn? Not familiar. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Jart Dawn, but that is an excellent cover right there. Oh yeah, there's my Chippy. Guys, if you haven't seen this before, this of course is my Chip Z collaboration cover. This was I'll show you the 2 latest additions to this from this past year, but this is a Devil's Rain blank that I first got Chip Zdarsky to do a sketch of Daredevil on, and then I drew Chip right there. And my plan was to get a bunch of artists to draw Chip on this. So I've got Jason Lowe, Chip, and then this one's by Jeff Lemire. Yeah, so that's just some stuff I picked up recently, no big deal. And, you know, I'm not really going to say too much about what's going to happen going forward because I haven't really thought it out, you know, not too much. There's a couple of things I have planned. I did mention a comic book that I'm working on. Stay tuned for more content on that. I know I mentioned that in videos from probably a couple months ago, but that's going to be my main focus at the start of this year, is the comic. You know, I'd like to do some more commissions, so if you're interested, hit me up. If you want something like, say, this beautiful one-of-a-kind Hellboy piece, for example, maybe something like that, I am available for hire. Okay, so yeah, and then just keep that going and keep things going with the K-Fam, and I know more K-Fam projects in the works. And then in terms of the channel, really gonna be focusing mostly, I think, on Blood and Ink Out, but could an episode or 2 of Casual Dracula pop its weird head? That's entirely possible. I may, in fact, already have something in the works. We'll see. Just gotta stay tuned, because Casual Dracula, it's still gonna be Casual Dracula. It happens, whenever it happens. And then other content for this channel, who knows? I mean, as I said, this channel was not a priority for me last year. Will I put out more content this year? That's my plan right now. I can't make any guarantees, but there's certainly videos I have in mind right now that hopefully I will get around to making sometime this year. Yeah, so, but if you stuck with me so far, thank you so much. Thank you to all my subscribers and viewers, and if I get more subscribers this year, great. If I don't, I mean, whatever, man, whatever, dude. I got Bank Hat, as a backup. So if I don't get those 50K subscribers this year, maybe at least I could sell 55 of these bad boys. 50K, rather. Of course, 55. I'm gonna sell 55 right now. Look at this. Come on, guys. So, here's to a hopefully a prosperous 2025 for all. Shout out to you, to the viewers, to the Drac fam, as we all know them, and shout out again to the K fam, Brian, Jeremy, Vero, Sarah, Matt, Kova, Devin, Skilo. I can't name everyone. There's too many to name. All you guys are the best. And shout out to the Link Squad, and shout out to the Comic Army, and shout out to the Legion, and all you fine folks out there. Hit me up if you want a Bank Hat, and or a commission, or whatever. If you want to invest in the Bank Hat, that's an option as well. We'll talk. And what else? I think I'm gonna just end it here. Go watch Nosferatu if you haven't. It's good. It's really good. And yeah. The Bank Hat will come in different colors as well. See you guys later.